Hello friends, this video on Ray Optics Part 22 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till Part 21 before going ahead with Part 22. The very first and the very important application of total internal reflection is optical fibers. A very important application is the optical fibers. Where is it used? It is used in telecommunication industry. So what are these optical fibers? For example, the cables which we use normally, the metallic wires or which are used for data transmission. Instead of that, these optical fibers can also be used. Now, optical fibers work on the basis of this phenomenon of total internal reflection. So how does optical fibers work? That we will see in the next few slides. But before that, let us see why optical fibers. Why are optical fibers used? What are its advantages over metallic wires? Well, there are a couple of reasons because of which optical fibers have become such an advantageous option in telecommunication industry. The first one being its lightweight, small size, greater information carrying capacities than metallic wires. So these are some of the advantages which make optical fibers a better option than metallic wires. Okay, so now let us look at how do optical fibers work. Where is this total internal reflection playing a role inside optical fibers? Now, before that, let us try to understand the construction of an optical fiber. What does it consist of? Because only when we know what it consists of, we can try to understand its working. So it consists of a core which has a very high refractive index. It consists of a core. So which part is the core? The inside part is the core. The gray one is the core. So this is core, and this core has a high refractive index, and a cladding which has a lower refractive index. This part is the cladding. This boundary which you see on both sides, that is cladding, and this cladding has a lower refractive index. So core has a higher refractive index, so core becomes the denser medium and the cladding becomes the rarer medium, right? Because of the difference in the refractive indices of the material. Now, how do you differ the refractive index? The core must be made up of a material which has a higher refractive index. Similarly, the cladding is made up of a material with a lower refractive index. So now you have your denser medium and rarer medium. So how does it work? This is a ray of light which is incident on the optical fiber. As soon as it reaches the boundary, it enters a denser medium, right? Now this ray, so refraction takes place here. Now when it reaches here, this boundary, it is traveling from a denser medium to rarer medium. Now in this case, the angle of incidence is set at an angle greater than the critical angle, because every object will have a specific value for the critical angle. For every medium, there will be a specific value of the angle of incidence for which the corresponding angle of refraction will be 90 degree. So this angle of incidence here, the angle of incidence, for example, let us suppose this is the normal. So this is the angle of incidence, right? So this angle of incidence is set greater than the critical angle. As a result, total internal reflection will take place, and again it will come back at this end. Again here it is traveling from a denser medium to a rarer medium. Let us say this is the normal to the surface. So this is the angle of incidence. This angle of incidence is set to a value greater than the critical angle. As a result, total internal reflection will take place. So at every point, here, and so on, total internal reflection keeps taking place. And like this, the entire data gets transmitted with the help of these light waves, right? So the light waves basically move throughout inside the optical fibers, and the entire data gets transmitted through them. So this is how the data transmission takes place by the phenomenon of total internal reflection inside an optical fiber. So the only trick which they have done is they have designed the interior of the optical fiber in such a way that they have a denser medium and a rarer medium, and they made the light ray to travel from the denser medium towards the rarer medium, and they have set the angle of incidence greater than the critical angle. Right? So in this way we see that the light ray travels throughout the wire and the information gets carried over. So optical fibers are generally made up of glass or plastic. So glass optical fibers as well as plastic optical fibers, each of them have their own disadvantages and advantages. So let us have a look at both the types of optical fibers. When we talk about plastic optical fibers, they are cheaper as compared to glass. They are flexible. Plastic optical fibers are cheaper, flexible, because there is no fear of, they are not brittle. So there is no fear of them getting broken down. They can withstand more stress because they do not break down, right? So they can withstand more stress. Less efficient transmission, that is where it fails. This is a disadvantage for plastic optical fibers. They are not very good at transmission because of the higher losses involved with plastics. Whereas in case of glass optical fibers, even though the first three advantages are not there, it is not cheap, it is not flexible also, and it cannot withstand more stress. But in this case, there is more efficient transmission over large distances. But because of the first three disadvantages, glass optical fibers are not preferred to be used over long distance transmission, because there is always a fear of them getting broken down, because glasses are brittle. So we see that both glass as well as plastic optical fibers have their own advantages and disadvantages. But as such, optical fibers have got a very good application in different spheres. So where do we find optical fibers? Where do we actually see optical fibers? The first one is fiber optic endoscopy. It is a very important sphere of the medical treatment. When you go for your medical treatment, sometimes you see the doctors often ask you to get some certain tests done. For example, you would have gone through some body scans or ultrasounds and things like that. So similarly, sometimes your doctor asks you to get an endoscopy done. So what is this endoscopy? Endoscopy is nothing but looking inside the body for some medical reason. Maybe something has happened inside your body. So the doctor cannot see it from outside, right? So he wants to see, or he wants to get the interior view of the body. So endoscopy is looking inside your body for certain medical reasons. So fiber optic endoscopy. What happens in a fiber optic endoscopy? It looks somewhat like this. You have a screen, something like a CCTV camera or something like that, where you have a screen where you can see things. And on the other hand, you have two optic fiber bundles. Here you can see they have two optic fiber bundles. Now, what does these two bundles do? One bundle is to transmit light from outside to inside through one bundle. So they will attach this to your body. So with one bundle, through one bundle, the light will be taken from outside to inside. And through the other bundle, the light will be received from inside and taken back to outside. So because of this transmission of light, so the light will travel through the wire, through one wire, it will take the light inside. So when the light goes inside, you are able to view things which are there inside, and the other optical fiber will transmit the light or take the light back from inside your body to outside. Now this will bring the light outside, and it is attached to a CCTV camera for a better view. So in that camera, you can have a view of the internal organs of the body, because when light reaches inside your body and you connect it to a screen, you are able to view the objects inside. In the very first screen I told you, right, if inside a room the light is switched off, you cannot see anything which is present inside the room. But as soon as you switch the light on, you can see each and everything present inside the room. Similarly, even inside your body, you can see things only when light is there. So the light is taken inside the body through this optical fibers, because in optical fibers, due to total internal reflection of light, the entire light reaches inside. Again, it is taken back from inside to outside and connected to the CCTV camera for a better view. So this is how optical fibers finds use in fiber optic endoscopy. We see it in many decorative items. I think many of you would be having this optical fiber in your home. It looks like a flower vase, but it is just that there are no different colors or anything. They are just small strips of optical fibers. Mostly they are made up of plastics. So when you connect it to the electric board, and it just keeps revolving with different colors coming out, and it looks really beautiful. So it is these optical fibers also, they are often used at homes for the purpose of decoration. So here also these different light comes out, this reflection takes place due to the phenomenon of total internal reflection. And obviously, most importantly, last but not the least, it has a huge application in communication systems. Right, so this is how, by the phenomenon of total internal reflection, the entire light ray gets transmitted from one end of the wire to the other end. Right, so these are some of the areas where optical fibers finds its applications. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.